And welcome back to the Crypto Hulk Show. Notice we got a lot of spam. And it looks like Danny Boy and Jersey Kathy slayed the dragon that tried to enter. They even had the audacity to try to enter the Crypto Hulk arena. Not going to happen. Yes, let me show you a little something today. Finally, after 2.5 years, you know how I show you guys stuff that nobody else has. Here's a digital asset investor. Now, he had somebody out there. Now, he's got a lot of fans. I'm surprised it took him 2.5 years to find this. But Crypto Hulk obviously was the first one to show this on the internet. The world has never seen that. There's the link right there to the Digital Asset Investor Show. Go to the 13 minute and 22 seconds. 13 minutes, 22 seconds. Finally, Ido Farina finds it. He writes, meet the early team of Microsoft. So basically, it took Ido Farina 2.5 years to find this page that I've been showing for 2.5 years. And all the other stuff I have from 2.5 years of showing how Ripple was connected. The Ripple Labs meet the team. Crypto Hulk's been showing that since 2023. Finally, the rest of the internet is finally getting it. Congratulations. Welcome to the party. You're 2.5 years late, but that's okay. Better late than never, right? All righty. First 5 people, MAB 1914, Nitro Driven, Fun Nessa, 552 Man, and Michael Zajac. Those are the first 5. And then there's AJ Singh and Gordon Logan. Let me just take a look here. Okay, I'm going to get rid of all this. If you're talking about ZBCN, I'm going to remove that comment. But if I keep seeing all this ZBCN shit, I'll end up banning people on the channel. Because here's why. There's a marketing program right now going about ZBCN, Zebek. Somebody's trying to pump that thing, some corporation, and then it's going to end up a rug pull on top of that. I know how this ends. So if you're putting ZBCN shit on there and trying to pump it up like it's something, you're going to get kicked off the channel, just letting you know. I do own ZBCN. I'm not out there saying, yeah, it's going up to this. It's up 30% in the past 6 hours. That's fake shit. What that is they get these bots and they go to like all the popular YouTube channels and they just promote a certain crypto. They probably dump in, who knows how much, 10, 20,000 bucks, little by little, and then they get that price up on the ZBCN shit, and then they pull it out. They get everybody to invest it to where it goes to a penny or 2 cents or something, and then they fucking rug pull everybody out. I already know how that goes, all right? Hulk has given it almost 3 weeks, and he's had enough of the Z coin. Yeah. Talk about HBAR instead. Yeah. So I watch my channel here and there, and I look through the internet, and I've seen this trade. It's a coordinated effort. It's a coordinated effort with the ZBCN dumb shit, and somebody out there is trying to make a lot of money, and that's usually how it goes. Because if you dump in $5,000-10,000 bucks into it, and then it pumps to whatever, you're going to end up making like $1 million. So I already see how or what's going on with this shit. There ain't nothing exciting going on with ZBCN. It's a good solid crypto or whatever, but it's got its work to cut out for him. It's got a lot of work to go. So when I see the cheerleaders for certain cryptos, I block out the cheerleaders because that's all dumb shit. Okay. Hype for nothing. It's exactly right. I've got Bang energy drink today. And it's the cotton candy. Cotton candy. I think it's cotton candy. It's pretty good. I love it. I like that cotton candy flavor at least like 3 years now. She-bang. Unless the cheerleaders have short skirts, Hulk. Sorry, ladies. Well, now there's a lot of guys in San Francisco wearing really short dresses at the gentlemen's club. You know what I mean? The gentlemen's that like gentlemen's club. Maybe you can show up in San Francisco and show off your short mini skirt if you're a guy cheerleader. The Bang cotton candy is good, says Chaka Bartels. Stewie being a stew. Let's see. Can you pause the show? I gotta puke, says Vadaman Kagan. Bang equals hot girls. Oh my God. Sometimes I just like to take a break, read the top chat, laugh a little bit. We got to laugh sometimes. And I'll get back to work here in a minute. I'll be a slave driver and we'll break through the show. I just want to just connect with some people here and laugh for a little bit. And then sometimes in life you need to laugh. You do. I'm telling you. The journey. Because look, one of these days, we're going to end up where we got to go. We're going to be rich and da-da-da-da-da. I'm hoping some of you guys don't do dumb shit. Some of you probably will. You're going to get some coke and snort it and then just fucking OD or whatever. Maybe you'll hook up with some kind of hooker and bad shit will happen, or you'll catch some kind of bad fucking venereal disease and be dead. Like, what's that, black chlamydia or something, or whatever is black herpes from Korea, where like just all kinds of weird ass shit. Just when you get rich, slow it down. Just don't do dumb shit because you're going to go into warp speed and fucking burn out. Enjoy your life. Take your time. Find people you trust. Keep your head level. Think clearly, because once you blow all your money and it's gone, you're going to make friends with the wrong person who's going to take all your crypto and shit, and then you'll be left with nothing. So just watch Crypto Hulk show. Don't do dumb shit. And because it's a day-by-day thing. Hey, today you can be rich. Tomorrow you can be poor if you do some fucked up shit. All right? I want you to grow old and stay rich all the way to the end. That would be nice. And because one of these days it's going to happen. We're going to be rich. Some of you guys will be like, okay, peace out, bye, Crypto Hulk. And then a week later, you'll be dead. Like that one motherfucker. Didn't he just win? Like, I'm telling you, it was on the news. He won like $160 million lottery. And like the next day, he's already in jail. Maybe he got lucky and ended up in jail because he could have been dead. Right? So that shit's real, man. You just got to slow it the fuck down and think long term. But you know what? You're an adult. You're going to do shit the way you want, and you'll see what the fuck happens. I ain't doing no kind of crazy shit. Like, if I get super fucking rich, like, I'm going to try to keep I mean, somewhat of a low profile. I mean, I'm not gonna like when I rent a car where I'm not, going for the most expensive, flashy shit, but I'm not doing like Toyota or nothing like that. Like Land Cruiser or just some nice shit. Nothing fucking outrageous to draw attention. But Crypto Hawk, I thought you wanted a Porsche. Not the most expensive one. Something for around 100 grand. Look, I do want to get a Porsche, but like something about 100,000, like one of those Macans or something, or a lower, a Cayenne for about 100,000 or something. Because the average price of a new car in the United States is $50,000. That's the average price of a new car is 50,000. So I want to get something that's about 100, which is double the price of an average car. Somewhere around 100-ish is about what I'm looking at for my next car. I'm 55 years old. Sooner or later in my life, I want like a nice, but still, it's not really like a super nice, $100,000? It's like not even a lot. Depends on what you're looking at. If you're poor and broke, it's a lot. But a guy that's 55 years old and stuff, reasonably intelligent man and all these things, I just want something for about 100,000. I don't really see that as a big. Now, $250,000 Porsche, hey, that's doing some big things. But $90,000 to $100,000 Porsche, it's like when you really look at it, like not from a 20-year-old's perspective, but from a grown man, like it's not a lot of money. Like it's really not. I mean, most good cars, like you get a Lexus, one of those big old Lexus boats and shit, you're talking about what, 90, probably 85, 90. So right there, I mean, it's just, you want something that's kind of decent. That's the world we live in. Thank God we found crypto, huh? Okay, XRP on. Any advice on having to whitelist cold wallets? I don't even know what that means. But thanks for that. Drinking the vodka. Okay, I got to give a disclaimer. My name is Crypto Hawk, not a financial advisor, not a crypto advisor. I don't know anything about crypto. I know a good amount of stuff about Bang energy drinks. I'm not a financial advisor. Don't listen to anything I say in the show about crypto or finances. You'll get severely fucking destroyed. I don't do any kind of research. I don't come out with secret Ripple stuff 2.5 years before everybody else. I don't do that. I don't deep dive nothing. I don't do that. I don't have any connections with any kinds of crypto at all to any 3-letter government agencies. God, no. Oh. Last night, there's videos. I'm going to have to find somebody who's tech smart. Or if somebody could make a video for me, because I'm very low tech. Okay, here's the thing. YT hides people's videos, okay? I've known this for like 5 years. They started doing that shit to me like 5 years ago when I first started, actually. There's a video, if you type in how to unhide your videos on YT. The problem is when you go in and you go to the upper right corner and you click and you get that drop down thing and it says create new channel. Mine doesn't say that. So I've watched these YouTube YT videos on how to unhide your videos. And I'm like, fuck, dude, I might be able to have, 300,000, 500,000 viewers again. I'll just keep unhiding my channel every fucking day if I have to. These fucking hacks. And it shows you, if you have a deleted YT channel, it shows you how to get it back. And I'm like, what? So if somebody can make a video and put the link in my top chat or go to my social media, say, hey, Crypto Hulk, I know how to unhide your video. Because I don't have, when I watch the videos, I've watched 3 or 4 or 5 of them. They do the same thing. Go to the upper right corner, click that, and it says create a new channel. Mine doesn't show that. I have a different drop down. So I don't know why. So, and then I need to know how to recover a channel that YT deleted themselves. So I need to recover that. If anybody I got any kind of tech smart people that know how to manipulate YT dumb shit, that would be amazing. And you would really do something massive for this channel. So I was watching some yesterday and I tried it. It just wouldn't work. Like my drop down is not like it shows on the video. So there I couldn't find the create new channel. It wasn't on any of my things. So I don't know how these people are doing that when they click it and it drops down. Mine, there is no thing that says create new channel. Then what you did is you hit create new channel, and somehow you get a picture, name it to the channel, and revert something, and then bam, it goes back. I don't know. You guys know how to do all that. Somebody out there does. Maxine Waters, Hulky, I would love to make a video with you. Oh my God. Oh my God, this is crazy. Maxine, go away. Go back to work at the Capitol or something, all right? These Stu Lavelle says, not me. I'm a cross between a seal and a monkey when it comes to IT IQ. Me dumb. I don't know what to do, Stu. I saw it. I saw that. How to unhide your videos, and I'm like, no fucking way. So when I go to my phone, which I don't know where it's at, son of a bitch. But I'll go to my phone and then delete the YT app and all that stuff, and it's that's what happens. It's very strange. So let's go right here. IOTA. Let's start with IOTA. Now, you're not going to right now. Okay, IOTA is a different kind of a beast. I haven't seen IOTA on Caleb and Brown because it's not. I think they're having liquidity issues. I know IOTA they were having some problems over the past few years, and they completely redid the whole IOTA. So the price just dumped because it wasn't doing what it needed to do. We're going to go over IOTA. I think they got it right, and I'm going to show you why I think that way. A new IOTA is going to get released within 24 hours. So IOTA countdown begins. Major IOTA a major IOTA moment within 24 hours, it says right here. The clock is ticking for IOTA as the highly awaited IOTA rebase upgrade will go live within 24 hours, marking a pivotal moment for the IOTA network as it enters a new phase. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this one is going to be good. Man, that's some good energy drink there. Whoo-wee. The IOTA rebase network upgrade, which will go live May 5th, 2025, represents a historic shift as the network migrates from the current Stardust architect to the all-new IOTA network. Ladies and gentlemen, I would pick up this one right here. I think if IOTA gets on this new platform and they go on Caleb Brown, I'd spend a whole month. I'd spend my whole month's allowance on this. Now, what's probably more likely going to happen is going to shoot up, and then all the excitement, then it's going to come back down. So I'm not going to buy it right away if it's not moving up, I'll get it. But I don't know where to get it. I'd have to go somewhere else. But eventually, Caleb Brown will carry it once there's sufficient, let's say, maybe use case or liquidity. They're going to have 50,000 transactions per second and staking. I like this. IOTA, I think, used to be expensive. And now here's where I'm liking it. Crypto Hulk, what would sell you on buying IOTA? Right here, listen up. This is what sells me. It may not sell you. I don't care. Ahead of this major milestone, IOTA has announced its partnership and technology integration with Zodia Custody. Oh my God, Becky, look at her butt, okay? Zodia Custody. I'm just like, okay, green light for that. Zodia Custody is a custodial service provider for digital assets. That's Medico. Medico is Ripple. But before it was Medico, it was owned by a German company. But it was a Swiss company that made it, but it was owned by a German company. Ripple's first partner was a German bank called Fedor. Who owns Fedor? France. Why is that important? Because France just got control of the XRP ledger. That's none of that. None of that shit's a big deal, though. As a result of the partnership, institutional investors, including large funds, would leverage Zodia Custody, Medico Ripple, to buy and hold and manage IOTA tokens on their behalf. This opens a gateway to the institutional markets. Oh, did you just hear that word? Institutional markets. That's all the money, everybody, but that's not a big deal. Don't worry about that. The integration with Zodia Custody will go live with the IOTA rebased mainnet May 5th, 2025. At the time of writing, IOTA was down 1.27% in the last 24 hours. Okay, that's good. If it's going down, that's perfect. That's exactly what you want. Let me click out of that article there. Let me show you this. Here's your evidence on why Crypto Hulk would buy it. Let me do a copy paste. Hold on there a minute. Some people are saying you cannot buy it on Caleb Brown. Some people are saying you can. I don't know. If you can buy it on Caleb. That's all I can tell you. Standard Chartered backed Zodia Custody joins who? Ripple's owned Medico. Ripple owned Medico. There you go. There's your evidence for that. Now, why is that important? Well, Standard Chartered has been a Ripple partner from day one, 2016. Somebody says it is on Caleb and Brown. Then you get the other people, it's not. Standard Chartered completes strategic investment in Ripple. 2016, everybody. That's almost 10 years ago. That's what I like to see. Here's an article here on IOTA's partnerships. Let's see who some of IOTA's partnerships are. Here's a full list. This is 2022. Here's a full list of IOTA partnerships. We've got Volkswagen, Mobileye, that's an Israeli type company. Hyperledger's involved in this. Like, this is so massive. Other car companies. Mobi is like computer vision. That was one of when I first got into crypto, I was going to invest in Mobi. Fujitsu, Microsoft. So Microsoft is more interesting for me. You got IOTA and Microsoft in here. Microsoft Azure, AZURE. So I did a little deep dive. Who are Microsoft Azure crypto partners? So let me try to copy paste this. It won't allow me. If you type in who are Microsoft Azure, AZURE, and then cryptocurrency partners, it comes up Axelar. Oh, what? Yep, that's a crypto Ripple partner right there. IOTA is tied in with Microsoft Azure. So is Axelar. That's a Ripple partner, Axelar. Axelar also is a partner for BlackRock. Just saying. Oh, Microsoft Azure. Guess who else is a partner? JP Morgan. That's a Ripple partner. I'll show you the evidence later. Oh, look, Anchor. Anchor is a partner. Let's take a look. Who are Anchor partners? Microsoft. Oh, Tencent. That's Chinese. That's Ripple. You got TenPay. If you go to Ripple China, I can't show you this. I have the 2013-14 Ripple customer list. It shows the wallet address and it says Ripple China. If you click on that, it brings us to the Ripple China timeline. See, no other channel has this. Most channels are all 2.5 years behind Crypto Hulk with evidence. That's how it works. It takes them 2.5 years, like the Ito Farina and the digital asset investor. It takes those guys 2.5 years to catch up where Crypto Hulk is. We're looking at the Ripple China timeline from 2013. You got Alipay and TenPay. They're Ripple partners right there. So when we look back at who are the partners of Anchor, and it showed Tencent Cloud, that's TenPay. That's a Ripple partner from 2013. You got Clover. Clover, I'm glad they showed Clover. Clover is a Pfizer partner. If you type in under Google search and go Clover and then put a plus sign and then Pfizer, Fiserv, your answer coming back will be Clover is a point of sale and business management platform owned by Fiserv. Fiserv acquired Clover in 2019. Well, if you look at what I discovered before any other channel 2.5 years ago, it takes us back to the Ripple Labs page. S-Harib1 says, comment. Thank you very much for that. That's a tax-free donation. Appreciate it. S-Harib1's got to have been here 2 years, 3 years. So if we look at this video here that I made, Ripple Ads Meet the Team, Fiserv is right there, which ties Clover back to all that Microsoft, Azure, Ripple, and Anchor and all that. Polygon's a partner of Anchor. Now, Stellar, let me show you this right here. Stellar has something called Ultra Stellar and Albridge. And that allows Polygon to be interoperable. So let's take a look at that. Here's this from the Stellar page. Albridge launch connects Stellar, Ethereum, Solana, Celo, and Polygon right there. That's how Polygon's able to do what it does interoperably. Now, here's the Axelar reference right here. If you're brand new, earlier I showed you that they're interacting with Axelar. There's your evidence right there. Let me read the page title really quick. XRP Ledger, Ethereum Virtual Machine Sidechain, enhancing interoperability with Axelar Bridge. There you go. There's your evidence for that. Now, I did a AI search. Who are Microsoft Azure cryptocurrency partners? Axelar, we just read. That's a Ripple partner. JP Morgan, Anchor, and guess what? R3. R3. If you guys like R3 Corda from the Cordites, the Cordite Society made Corda. You got R3 working with them. And you know what crypto is going to be used with R3 is XDC. All these cryptos were popping up right here on Crypto Hulk Show. R3 Corda Network set to go DeFi with XDC currency. There you go. That came out almost 2 years ago, just about. So they made that announcement. They're going to use XDC. Now, Fireblocks is mixed up in this. Let me see if I can copy paste this. I don't know if that link will pop up, but what I did is I typed in, is Fireblocks a Microsoft Azure partner? The answer is yes. Fireblocks is a Microsoft Azure partner. Fireblocks joined the Microsoft Cloud Partner Program and makes its platform available on Azure Marketplace. So there you go. Now we have my sponsor, Caleb and Brown, that utilizes Fireblocks, is the same one. R3, Axelar, Microsoft, all of them are using the Caleb and Brown's custody provider, Fireblocks. That's what they're using. That's why I have it, because everybody who's anybody in crypto has that. Here is... let me pause that. That's the end of that series of articles. We're going to switch to another article here. Let me check the comments and we'll go to the next article. XDC, current price, 7 cents. Deal of the century. Allbridge, current price, 8 cents. All-time high, $11.20. Whoo-wee, boy, that shit got hammered. There's no way that shit went from 11, 12 bucks down to 8 cents. That's not possible. That's like one hell of a manipulation game, if that's the case. IOTA is a China-based company and can be bought on eToro. IOTA. Yeah, I bought ZBCN too because I recommended it. All right, next article. JP Morgan. Let's look at J. Pizzle Morgan. Yeah, there's a guy named Gerald Draper. He's going to be kicked off the channel. Because that's just straight up ZBCN ass kisser comment. Like, he's a bot. It's not even a real person. Like, no one in America, okay, hey, spammers. Nobody in 2025 uses the term, yeah, ZBCN for the win. Like, who the fuck says that? So that's obviously some kind of North Korean spammer or some kind of fucking Chinese or whatever. It's just nobody says that shit. Who the fuck says ZBCN for the win? That shit might have been said like 50 years ago. So spammers, you need to update your verbal English skills because they're shit. Okay, let's go on here. Stop being a ZBCN cheerleader. Yeah, there's this North Korean spy loser trying to get a job at, like, I want to say Microsoft or something like that. They asked him a question about Halloween. Did you hear that one? Somebody asked the fake North Korean who's trying to pretend to be an American named Jim Smith or something. They asked him about Halloween, and they asked him some kind of question about Halloween, and he couldn't answer it. So that's how they knew he was a spy. He claimed to have like been born in New York and shit, lived there his whole life. And they said, "Oh, what did you dress up for as Halloween?" And he's like, "What? What did you dress up for as Halloween?" Well, I don't understand your question. And meanwhile, he's probably sitting there on his phone trying to Google Halloween and figure out what the shit is, you know? And it's just like, come on, dude. You really can't answer that question? How the fuck are you going to program code on a computer, but you don't understand the question, what the fuck did you dress up for as Halloween? How is that difficult? Okay, got it. He must be North Korea. Oh my God. He dressed up as a cheerleader with a 2-foot salami sticking out of the back of his ass. Alrighty then. Must be friends with Gary Gensler. Let's go to the next article here. Copy and a paste. Hello, Hulk. You need a saw once? Hello. I'm a cheerleader. I'm an XRP cheerleader. I'm going to XRP Las Vegas. Go Ripple. Go Brad. Go David. Oh, David, can you sign my autograph book? David Schwartz. Oh, my God. Stuart Alderani, can I take a picture with you? Okay. Now, JP Morgan launches a distributed ledger technology payments platform. Just thought I'd let you know. JP, all of a sudden now, I want you to see something, everybody. If you're brand new, you've listened to the news media about crypto, you've listened to Elizabeth Warren. That's your go-to, is Elizabeth Warren. And she's out there to protect you. Right? She's for the consumer. Oh, yeah. And she's talking about Trump making money on a crypto, and he doesn't have any idea what she's talking about. I heard the news clip. Connexus by JP Morgan. Connexus announced that state-owned Qatar National Bank and Ripple Partner and the Saudi National Bank Ripple Partner have adopted its Connexus digital payments platform. It's formerly known as JPM Coin, which provides programmable blockchain-based accounts. The latest clients are the largest and third largest banks in the Middle East and North Africa. Everybody, Ripple got all the groundwork laid. See, here's what happens. No one's using this Ethereum dumb shit. They always say in the beginning, we're using Ethereum. It's going to be built on Ethereum. JP Morgan coin, build on. No one's building on that shit. Okay. What Ripple, I'm going to tell you how it is. Ripple comes in, hooks up all the financial structure in the world. They're like the plumbers. They get the plumbing and hook it all up. And then Ripple builds the foundation of the building. Ripple then builds the sides of the building. And all you got to do is just move in. Sign the lease, sign the purchase, and you move in. That's what Ripple does. And that's what JP Morgan just did. JP Morgan has been using Ripple technology for at least 4 or 5 years. JP Morgan has adopted all of the Ripple, Stellar, XLM infrastructure they need and all the other ones. They're ready to go. They're showing us right now. While you're afraid of crypto, oh, Crypto Hulk, the prices are low. Okay, look, I'm going to help you because you're seriously fucked up in your head. And I'm going to use the term loosely, but your mom and dad, which your mom's a hooker and your dad's a truck driver. Okay, they met at some bar at 2 o'clock in the morning in Oklahoma, some winter night when it was like fucking cold and miserable out, and she needed $20 and he was done watching midget porn. Okay. That's your genetic pool. Congratulations. But what we're seeing here is we're seeing the biggest bank in the world. JP Morgan is the most systemically important bank in the entire world, for the entire world. I'm not just talking about the most important bank in America, for the world. You know what the world is? It's something round. And it's full, not like your head, which is empty, but it's full. The whole world's full of just stuff. The Netherland is what's in there. The Netherland. The underworld. We got JP Morgan here hooking up the whole Middle East with their crypto platform and all their connections in this article here. I'm going to read off all the connections right now. Here is your first link. JP Morgan is utilizing Ripple technology. Let me show you. Wayne Williams, the headed to Cabo, see it from Mexico fund, who've tequila should I drink first fund. I think you already started. Which tequila should he drink first? Oh, you're going to love this. See if you can get this. It's called 8 Reserve. Oh, man, this shit's good. I know Kim Kardashian used to sell her ass to sell this stuff. That would be one that I'd recommend. Or a Clase Azul. That'll be a good one, too. Those would be my first two. If you can find this brand right here, this is my absolute favorite. I got 2 bottles. This one I'm not going to open. I got 1 shot left in the other one. This is liquid gold. I don't ever want to drink that one. I got to go back to that. I went to Puerto Vallarta, and look, if you go to Puerto Vallarta, you got to go to this fucking distillery right here. Doña and Gracia. I'm promoting them. Jalisco, Mexico. So they get the they get the fruit, the agave. They get the agave from Jalisco, send it over to Puerto Vallarta, and then they ferment it. After they ferment it, then they boil it and cook it. Crypto Hulk, we're back again. YouTube shut the program off. I had to get back on. Stu Lavelle says, this is the shopping alcohol channel. We will return to normal transition shortly. Let's not start asking Crypto Hulk about tequila. Because I still got a $500 bottle of Grand Patron sitting up there, and it's not worth $500. I don't know what I paid. I don't think I could have paid $500 for it. It's a possibility, but it's in a wooden box and it looks gorgeous, but the taste, no. The taste is about $100 a bottle, not $500. Alrighty then. Let's get back on it. Crypto Hulk, focus. Now, focus. Just because somebody's going on a Mexican cruise doesn't mean you can think about your trip to Puerto Vallarta on a cruise and visiting the distillery. That was awesome. And you pay them like, I want to say $15, and you get to taste all of their tequilas. You get a license for $15 to get so fucked up, and you're drinking the best shit. It's amazing. Carnival Cruise Line, I know it's not Panamera, but they take you to Puerto Vallarta, and you go to this fucking distillery. Oh my God. I bought check it out. I got a suitcase with like 10 bottles of tequila. 10, okay, 8. About 8 bottles of tequila. And I brought them out of the cruise ship. You're only supposed to have like 2. I'm like, fuck that. Went through the cruise ship's metal detector thing. Right before you're ready to leave off the ship to go to port, I put it in my suitcase, wrapped it with towels and shit, each of the 8 bottles. Went through, I guess, no customs or whatever. I don't know. And I walked into America with like $800 worth of tequila in a suitcase. And I was like, fuck. And I could have sold that shit for like thousands. It was brilliant. It was absolutely amazing. It's almost worth to take the cruise to go get a suitcase and fill that motherfucker with tequila and bring it back. Yeah, I don't know why the cruise thing will tell you, by law, you're only allowed to bring back 2. I'm like, fuck that shit. I'm bringing back 4, and Mrs. Hulk brought 4. And I said, I'm not going to Mexico to a distillery with amazing tequila and only bringing 2 back. No, you got me fucked up. That shit ain't going to happen. Not in this fucking universe. Oh, that's right. Today is Cinco de Mayo. Cinco de Mayo, orale. That is right. I have an excuse today to go to Costco and buy some tequila. That's my excuse today. I don't know what my excuse will be tomorrow, but customs is stupid. Stupid. Don't be stupid. Okay, Crypto Hulk, can you focus on this fucking show? All right. So there's that article. You got JP Morgan, the one I just sent you. JP Morgan joins forces with Ripple partner in the UAE. What's this all about? JP Morgan, when's this article? 3 years ago, JP Morgan started officially to send money around the world using Ripple's XRP technology. There you go. Next, the article talked about with JP Morgan, Qatar National Bank, and it talked about the Saudi Arabia National Bank. Stacey Coleman, for your continued persistence. Thank you very much. That's very cool. I appreciate that. It is persistence. And again, if anybody knows, if you're really techie and you know how to unhide my videos, there's settings on my channel that YT, whoever it was, some communist, you can get in. I got to get into my channel, click the buttons and do some shit to unhide my program. So if somebody knows how to do that shit, man, we could take this channel to a whole nother level. And then my other channel, show me how to get the channel back. YT deleted it somehow. I need to know where to go into my account. And it shows the old channel. I can go into my account right here. It'll show that old channel, but I can't get it to work. They deleted it. So you would be... If you run any kind of a business, I would promote the fuck out of that shit until this channel's done. So you would have a place on a Crypto Hulk show. If you're a car salesman, a real estate, whatever it is, you will get promoted the fuck out of every fucking day. All right. Alrighty then. Saudi Arabia's National Commercial Bank joins RippleNet. This is amazing right here. I'm not getting into it, but that whole JP Morgan thing is all Ripple. Oh, look at this article right here. When is the date? 2021. What is it titled? Qatar National Bank, Ripple partner. Oh, man. Are we seeing what's going on? While the news media, Elizabeth Warren, while the news media and communist Elizabeth Warren is scaring the hell out of you with crypto, the biggest bank, the most systemically important bank in the entire world, is hooking up a crypto platform utilizing Ripple technology. Just thought I'd let you know. They're utilizing other cryptos as well. Trust me, Ripple can't do everything. So there's other cryptos involved in this. Now, they start talking about MENA, MENA. That's Middle East, North Africa. Just to let you know, Ripple technology is the leader in Middle East, North Africa. Here's the article. Ripple launches the Ripple Labs US dollar. Ripple leads MENA adoption. Ripple leads the Middle East, North Africa adoption. I'm going to leave that article right there. I'm going to hold off. That's your last article in that section. Let me check some comments. I've got another crypto for you to look into investing. It's with Sony. We'll get to it in about 1 minute. Let me check the comments. XRP Shaman says, all of my XRP is in Caleb and Brown. You know, that's a good move. Institutional adoption, Fireblocks. Everybody's using all the top banks. I just have to get every last drop. Bang cotton candy. It has 0 calories and probably a whole bunch of chemicals like red dye, number blue, and number 3 and 6. And I don't know what it's got in it, even though it's clear. Michelle says, my husband just had the nerve to tell me to turn down, I guess, crypto Hulks if we're walking through a parking lot. I told him nobody puts Hulk in the corner. Oh my God. I know the censorship all over these platforms. The censorship is nutso. I've never seen such crazy stuff for Crypto Hulk. Like, I don't know how these other channels grow. You have to be a scammer. I think if I'm selling dumb shit and scammy, they give you a green light. They really do. And if you try to tell truth, they shut you down. That's what I've noticed. So just, you guys know it too, but yeah, it sucks. You try to build a channel on a platform, you got to disguise your truth really good, or they just shut you off. All in One says, I have a problem, y'all. It's an addiction. I can't stop buying utility crypto. I hear you. But you know what? There will come a day when youth will pass away. Na 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 na. I ain't got nobody. Nobody. Isn't that a David Lee Roth video? Yeah, I think it was from like 1987, 86. David Lee Roth. Anyhow. Let's go to the next article. Yep, David Lee Roth. When he left Eddie. You know, that was... we're all crypto addicts here. Yeah, that was the 80s were some good times. I liked 85 through 1989. Yeah, those were some good years. That's when I started working out in 85. And then 1989 was a year that I can't discuss. It'll go down in infamy with Crypto Hulk. That's when Crypto Hulk officially turned into a player. Let's go. I realized, Eureka, I've got it. And after that, there was no stopping this boy. It was I was very busy. Okay. Kid Rock. Yeah. All right, here we go. Investment time. Sony's Sonium blockchain. Sony has a blockchain. We went over this. This article is dated April 30th. We talked about this back in January. That's where we talked about Plume. Stuart Lavelle loves Plume, Plume. And Stuart Lavelle. Sony's Sonium blockchain to offer tokenized treasuries. Well, isn't that something? Private credit via Plume Link. Here we go. Yeah. In January, Sony went live with its Sonium blockchain with the promise of taking Web3 mainstream. They're a little early. Now's a good time to get in on this. Now, Sonium has announced a collaboration with real-world asset tokenization blockchain Plume. Oh my God, Plume. You got to get Plume. Everybody, get jiggy with it. They're aiming to make tokenized treasuries and private credit available to Sonium users. Everybody, you got Sony mixed up. You've got real-world assets like treasuries in here. Sounds legitimate to me. Not a rug pull. At a practical level, there's Sony Bank. Oh, what? A digital-only bank that has already offered its customers NFTs, rewards, and tokenized assets. That's what I like to hear, mainly in the form of real estate. Okay, bring it. But before that happens, the Plume network needs to launch, which is rumored to be imminent, everybody. Plume is going to be something. I already blew all my money. I shot my wad already. Look, you've got a network ready to launch. I'm showing you right now. It's an opportunity. Okay, you got Sony mixed up. I'm busted. I blew all my cash. So, had I saw this article May 1st or something, I would have probably dumped in 40% of my monthly crypto allowance on Plume, Plume. You can buy that on Caleb and Brown. Plume network needs to launch. It is rumored to be imminent. Everybody, I'm telling you what, no brainer here. Plume is a permissionless layer 1 blockchain that's compatible with Ethereum. So it's probably got to have either a Stellar connection with Allbridge or an Axelar connection in here with the EVM sidechain, okay? Plume has a solution refers to as Skylink. Skynet, like the Terminator? Oh, shit. No wonder it's good. Let's go. Here's Plume on CoinMarketCap. It's 17 cents. Wait a second. I think something happened on my channel. Oh, fuck, it did. We got red-pilled. Oh, damn. Stu Lavelle, thanks for what you do. We all know you put heaps of effort in for others. I do. Karma, mate, from all of us. Members and mods, authentic humans are hard to find. Much Lavelle. Wow. I try to show all these connections. Some of the connections I show you years before any other channel. Right here, I'm showing you a connection with Plume. They're getting ready to launch a platform. Might be something you might want to put $500 in. Depends on if you want to pump it and dump it. I can't tell you what to do, but it's looking pretty good with, you know, I might, if I was going to pump and dump it, you know, I'd put in maybe $1,500, a couple thousand at the most. If I can get 4,000 out of it, I'd pull out. That would be me, but don't do what I think, okay? Don't even. Now, who's mixed up in this? Oh, shit. Let me show you. You're going to love who's mixed up in this. You're going to want to get Plume. When I show you this right here, you're going to want to get Plume. If you do a Google search and type in what fintech companies are partnered with Plume, well, you're going to see that, Mercado Bitcoin pops up. That's a Ripple partner. Oh, Ondo Finance pops up. That's also a Ripple partner. Let's look at the evidence. Here's your first bit of evidence. Brazil, Mercado Bitcoin, Ripple partner. You're going to want to get that Plume. I'm letting you know. Before they launch the platform, might be a smart idea not to wait till after they launch the platform. Ripple and Mercado Bitcoin partner to transform crypto-enabled cross-border payments in Brazil. The article is dated October 2024, everybody. Just saying. Now, when did Ripple first hit Brazil? 2014. Ladies and gentlemen, Ripple has been working in Brazil for 11 years. Here's your evidence for that. CoinDesk article, April 2024 article, but this article really came out June of 2014. What's the title? Latin America's first Ripple gateway, now serving 7 local markets. What are those? Argentina, Mexico, Brazil, Chile, Colombia, Peru, Uruguay, 2014. It's called Ripple LATAM. And if you go on Crypto Hulk's YouTube page, look under posts, go down about 6 to 8 months worth of posts, you'll see the only Ripple LATAM evidence page I could find. And it doesn't look pretty, but at least we know there was XRP involved. Look at what I just sent you. At the bottom left corner, it says copyright 2013, Ripple LATAM. It mentions XRP throughout this article. This is the only thing about Ripple LATAM I could find. And I got a date of 2013, not the CoinDesk 2014. So now we're talking 12 years ago when Ripple first started. They're already in Brazil working on this. So the article talked about with Plume, it talked about Ripple, Mercado Bitcoin, okay? Now I told you that our same article with Plume talked about Ondo. Ondo's linked up with BlackRock. They are the biggest investment company in the world. Now, Ondo's a crypto you can buy at Caleb and Brown. So is Axelar. So is Plume. You can buy it at Caleb and Brown. But Axelar is helping Ondo. Now, why is that important? Because Axelar is a Ripple partner. Here's the evidence for that. So basically, Ripple is helping Axelar, Ondo do what BlackRock wants. Pretty much. That's how it works. So Plume is associated with Ondo, who's using Axelar, which is a Ripple partner right there. See that? So that's where the Plume comes in. You've got Mercado Bitcoin and Ondo tied right in there. That's Ripple right there, everybody. That's Plume is a definite buy if I was going to buy it. Okay, let me check the comments here real quick. Go to the next article. Okay. Next article. World's safest bank invests in cryptocurrency. KFW, not KFC for chicken. KFW. Let's take a look here, everybody. I'm showing you right now. The giants are diving so deep into this crypto, and your friends, your family, they have no idea. It's truly sad. I'm showing you right now the world's biggest banks. I'm showing you the connections with the world's safest bank invests in crypto securities. KFW Bank out of Germany. Now, why is this important? Ripple's first partner was a German bank. It was called Fedor Bank. It then later got bought out by France. The XRP Ledger Foundation is now under control of the French government. Why did Fedor Bank and Ripple's XRP Ledger get control under the French government? Has any other crypto channel told you this? No. Now, oh yeah, Medico, Ripple's custody solution, came from a bank called Gisek and Devrent. That's a German company since 1869. How is it that Ripple's first bank is German? Ripple's first custody solution is German. I don't have the answers. David Schwartz is German. He had a brother named Evan Schwartz and a sister named Rebecca Schwartz. They all worked at Ripple back in the day. How is a little tiny company got three Schwartzes working there? Stefan Thomas, who invented Codius with Evan Schwartz, he's German as well. Is all this a coincidence? No. We got the world's safest bank. It invests in crypto securities. Germany's state-owned KfW Bank ranks as the world's safest bank. And they're getting into crypto. This is the German term for bearer securities. Issued on a blockchain without using central securities depository. They're talking about digital bonds. I'm not a banker. I'm not familiar with all this. You know what I am familiar with is this article right here where Fedor Bank is a Ripple partner and it's German. I'm familiar with that. Here's an article, 2014. Ripple Labs announces Fedor Bank as the first bank in the world. The first bank in the world to use Ripple technology, a German bank. Here is your Gisek and Devrent article on Wikipedia. Look right here. This is amazing shit. I'm showing you right now connections to Germany. No other channel discusses this. You have a company called Gisek and Devrent. It's a German international security technology company. What? Digital security they deal with. It was made in 1852. Oh, shoot. Now, if you look down, you scroll down to where it says Expansion of business activities and restructuring. Go to where it says 2020. In 2020, Giuseppe Ventures acquired stakes in the company Medico. Oh, right there. So it owned it. And that's who Ripple bought it from. Ripple bought Medico from Giuseppe and DeVrent. I know it was a Swiss company, but who owned it? They owned a 30% share, and then they got the rest, a German company. What's up with all the German connections, Crypto Hulk? I don't know. You know what's a big deal is one of the top 3 to 4 banks in the world. It's called HSBC. They utilize Medico now. Here's the evidence for that. One of the top 3 to 4 banks in the world. Here's the article right there. They use Medico. Now, if we look up and we do a Ripple search, we do a Google search, is KFW a Ripple partner? According to here's what we got on Google. According to Ledger Insights, KFW is one of the world's largest issuers of bonds and digital bonds and has issued 2 bonds on the Polygon network. Now, if you got Stellar, you're going to want to hear this. See how we go from Ripple right into Stellar? Allbridge, Stellar and Ultrastellar have something called Allbridge. It connects Stellar, Ethereum, Solana, Celo, and Polygon. You're going to love this. I did a Google search. KFW. Is KFW a partner of R3 Corda? Yes. Oh, shit, everybody. Listen. We got XDC incoming, coming in hot. Yes, KFW is a partner of R3 Corda. Oh, shit. Oh, shit, Crypto. I want you to see something. If it's a good crypto, you guys, they're all working together on the same project. Polygon is working with Stellar. It runs on Stellar's Allbridge. We've already talked about the XRP connection here. Now we're involved in the XDC connection. All 3 of the top cryptos are right here. You got Polygon mixed up in there, and I don't want to say they're great, but you know what? They're mixed up in it. Yes, KFW is an R3 Corda partner. Now, the article did talk about SWIAT. KFW is working with SWIAT. What I did is I typed in a Google search, who are the SWIAT blockchain members? Well, SWIAT blockchain was founded by who? DecaBank. And guess what? DecaBank was the founder of SWIAT. And they just happen to be a Ripple partner in my... Okay, so what we got here, I had to come back because YouTube shut the channel off. So I did a search for KFW is working with SWIAT blockchain, and SWIAT blockchain was founded by DecaBank, and DecaBank is a Ripple partner. Here's the article I just said. It says Ripple's XRP. DecaBank integrates, institution adoption grows. Ripple's XRP gains traction in the institutional sphere at DecaBank, one of Germany's largest asset firm, integrates Ripple custody. That's Medico, everybody. This article was dated February 2025. Now, I got another XDC connection. If you do a Google search for who are the SWIAT, SWIAT, who are the SWIAT blockchain members? Well, SWIAT's founded by DecaBank, total Ripple partner. And if you look here down at the bottom of it, you'll see NTT Data. They are a validator and a node. So NTT Data. Let's look up NTT Data. They are an R3 Corda partner, and they use the XDC crypto. See where all this is fitting in? You got to get in where you fit in. Here's the article title. It's dated about 2 years ago. It says Project Leonidas. Okay. Art3Corda is delighted to be joining forces with ABI Lab, ABI, and NTT Data Italia. There you go. So now you got all the 3 X cryptos mixed into the SWIAT, which is the KfW Bank in Germany with DecaBank. All that shit's Ripple, Stellar, XDC, and I'm out of articles. I got no more articles left. Let me check the comment section real quick, and then we're done. Confused bot. Okay, that is it. Will Ripple still need Axelar to run Ethereum projects, or will all those migrate to the Ripple EVM? Thank you. Now, that's a question I don't know because that's more technical. I know that Ripple has the Ethereum virtual machine side chains. They utilize Axelar. Stellar has Allbridge that can hook up about 5 Ethereum kind of cryptos. As far as that question you asked, that's something I don't know. That's out. I don't get that much into the tech on how this stuff works and who interacts with what, and that's not in the scope of this program. Stu Lavelle says, Polygon and CeeLo are the ones to follow. The bridge has opened up for them. All right, that'll be it. Right now it is 8:18 in the morning, Pacific Coast time. If I do a show, it'll be about 5 o'clock p.m. Pacific time. So in about 10 hours from now, roughly, if I can find news, I'll make a show, and that's faux show.